Hey there, viewers, it's Charlie, I'm back again, and welcome back to Energon Week, which is pretty much just me reviewing every Transformers Energon figure I currently own right now. And, well, today I shall review Energon Prowl, or in this case, a recolor of him. Because, well, normally in Energon, Prowl is supposed to be a blue color, and honestly, he looks more like Mirage than Prowl, and ironically, Mirage was actually a Decepticon in the series, so yeah. But anyways, this version of Prowl was recolored in more traditional Prowl colors, and was released in a 2-pack with an Autobot named Checkpoint. And Checkpoint is just a recolored version of Ronimus, so don't get too excited. I don't have Checkpoint, but anyways. As you can see, this Prowl is an F1 car instead of the usual police car that we used to. Even though this car still has police markings on it. From what I can remember, at least one F1 car was used as a police car. From what I can remember, there could be more, but I don't really know cars that well. But anyways, this color's like the front of the vehicle and the colors, it's reminding me of Mirage from Beast Machines, honestly. Well, let's just have a 360. Here we can see this really big wheel, and if I can, as you can see, if I move this wheel, then well, and if you hit a pitter-patter, it's horribly rainy where I live right now, so. As you can see, while the wheel moves, the internal thing behind the hubcap doesn't move, so it's rather cool. See the back, we have some exhaust, and that's nothing to do with the head whatsoever. The other side, the top, the spoiler, and here we actually have the spark crystal, which goes, well, the spark crystal, which you can get with either the Terracons or the Omnicons, and I apologize, in the reviews for Inferno and Ronimus, I called them the Omnibots, but officially they're the Omnicons. I don't know why they called them Omnicons, it sounds like a Decepticon subgroup, but anyway. Underneath, well, yeah. But while this does it for his vehicle mode, I still have to show two things. One, I have Prowl's weapon, this missile launcher, and of course, I don't have the missile. Anyways, just put on either side, and now he can just shoot at others if he wants to. And also, well, if you remember Inferno's review, I compared Inferno with his G1 namesake, and with Prowl, I'm going to do the same! Here we have Generation 1 Prowl, or a commemorative series Prowl, actually. But here we can see the massive difference between Energon Prowl and Generation 1 Prowl. Because come on, Prowl's supposed to be a Datsun, not this freaking F1 car. Yeah, having a look. We can see that the police thing is still there, and even a bit of Japanese letters. The back. Yeah, this actually has a bit of back detailing. The top, where we can see that G1 Prowl sirens are all red, whereas with Energon Prowl we have the red and blue. And I just realized Prowl's stickers coming off. The underneath was more pleasing on the original Prowl, even though it has the arms showing. But yeah, that pretty much does it for G1 Prowl for now. So we'll just move him out of the way and get this guy transformed. So to get this guy transformed, we start out by taking the sides of the vehicle and just moving them outwards like so. We take this white bit and we unhinge that and just move that to the front. With the front of the vehicle, what we do is extend that out. Split the leg. Move this up to the front and move this fist back. That's for his gimmick later on. That's pretty much Prowl's top half. So if we just take the sides and, well, using a thumb, try and orient the hand out, and then just move that down and turn that around. So we got that. Second verse, same as the first, if he can even get his hand out, because sometimes getting his hand out can be easier said than done. But then we just lift the back up and have to expose his head, and with the spoiler, either just leave it like that or move these out. And here we have Prowl in his robot mode. So yeah, that's not a typical Prowl transformation, but well, I can't complain. This is when they were using names for completely different characters, so I mean, if anything, this is more akin to like how this is how Sunstreaker would transform, honestly. But hey, I'm not complaining. I mean, it's nice to have something different. So, taking a look at Prowl in his robot mode, we can see that he looks sort of similar to the Power Master Autobot Slapdash. I mean, turns into an F1 car, the big wheels on his shoulders, the front forms his legs, even if it's not the same transformation. Yeah, this is just Slapdash. And I remember seeing like a Digibash, which is pretty much like an electronic recolor of a toy. I remember seeing an electronic recolor of this guy as Slapdash. And I thought, yeah, that works as Slapdash. But anyways, let's just have a look at Prowl's head. Here we can see that not even the head resembles Prowl that much. Which is ironic, because the Autobot insignia is supposed to be modeled on G1 Prowl's head, if it'll focus on it for me. It's not focusing, but anyways. So yeah, the head is rather different from other Prowls. But now, if I just give him his weapon, how about we compare him with his G1 namesake? Here we have G1 Prowl, who is actually, well, this Prowl is rather shorter. And we can see a few differences. Energon Prowl doesn't have any, well, door wings on his shoulders. We can see that the front of the vehicle forms his feet instead of his chest. The back is actually his head instead of his legs. And having a look at the back, instead of the siren, we can see... that's just repugnant, but you'll see what that's for soon. So, yeah. That's pretty much both Prowls, and you'll just get onto this guy's articulation if I just remove his weapon from his stupid hand. Head, well, I mean, doesn't even move that much. I mean, it can move up, and he can even look into himself, a transformation. His arms can move up, but they don't do a full 360 because the wheel doesn't move. Thanks to the ball joint, we got an elbow and a swivel thing. This guy can T-pose thanks to his transformation. And if I just... you can see this joint here. And plus this can go as well, so if he wants to kick himself in the arse. Plus that can go forward, so if he wants to like do a running pose. However, be careful not to do that, because now it just, ugh. But his feet can also move down for this transformation, and I guess technically he can do the splits. Ugh, not like that. So yeah. Oh, sort of punched me there. That pretty much does it for Prowl in this robot mode, but we still have to cover the Powerlinx gimmick, like what all Energon figures have. And today, I'll be using Ronimus and Inferno. As you can see here. I'll just split them, and to get Prowl into his torso mode, well, we make Prowl T-pose again, and just put his, and then just put his arms back in, like you're turning him into his vehicle mode. Instead of moving his head in, we actually lift that up, turn it around, and just plug that into there. Close that back up. With the front of the vehicle, close that up like you're going into vehicle mode, and then actually split that. Move that bit up. Take the spoiler and actually rotate all that. But you take the back of the vehicle and just move that around to the back. Split these out. And what I do is I wrote these sort of police text as facing the front. Then just rotate this. Move that out to form an elbow. And, well, it doesn't hurt to flip these back up. So, here we have Prowl in his robot mode. And comically, he can even stand by himself. That's just hilarious. But if we just, and hopefully this isn't gonna be a fail like Hotshot and Ronimus combining, but Super Linku. And here we have Prowl with Inferno. Now the reason why I have Inferno's legs here is because, well, there's a YouTuber called TJ Omega, or the Plastic Addict, as he calls himself when he's reviewing really crappy figures, pretty much the angry video game nerd of Transformers figures. In his Hotshot review, he was explaining the Powerlinx gimmick, and he used these guys as an example. He used Swap Prowl as the top and Inferno as the legs. So I've decided to do the same thing. Plus, in the cartoon, Prowl didn't even combine in torso mode at all. Only one instance, when he was trying to combine with Downshift in one episode, but they both formed torso mode. I would play a clip, but seeing how I'm really crappy, I'm bad at editing stuff, so just look it up. But anyways, if we just have a little 360, I just love how here it just looks like he's T-posing. Well, because, come on, these are still his arms. And also, yes, Inferno turns around for the leg mode. But anyways, if I just split these guys in half like the slam dance. And then if I just return this guy quickly to his robot mode again, so just bear with me. So to avoid this getting a bit awkward, here's a fun fact. In the Japanese version of Energon, Superlink, Prowl was actually named Red Alert. Not just Alert, like what Red Alert's actually called in Japan. He's actually called Red Alert. And seeing how we already have a version of Red Alert in both Armada and Cybertron, that's rather trippy, isn't it? So, and this doesn't clash with Armada Red Alert, because in the Japanese version of Armada, Red Alert was called Ratchet, and in the Japanese version of Cybertron, Red Alert was called First Aid, after the Protector Bot. But anyways, and this is actually a complaint, because if you see, these bits can come off rather easily. And that's a big pain, but we get this guy transformed into his leg mode. We do the usual and just make him T-pose again and hide his arms or hide his hands. Then we can actually do the repugnant thing and actually break his spine, pretty much. Move that down, move this down so it forms a loincloth. With his head, move that out the way. And then close up the wheels and just do that and... Well, this is it. Here we have Prowl and some trousers. So we just get good old Ronimus and just drop him on. I had to do this like in the air because pushing Ronimus down to try and get him to combine, it could compress Prowl's legs. And after the last review of Hotshot doing that, yeah. But pretty much here we have Prowl as some legs. I'm just showing Ronimus here. Huh. Sorry about that. That actually made me jump there, but it looks like he's not gonna stand by himself because, of course. There we go. But here we have Ronimus using Prowl as some legs. How nice of him. So, yeah. As you can see, Prowl's legs are pretty tall, so I'm pretty sure you can compress them if you want to, but I'm not sure if that's the official transformation or not. Here we see Prowl's head just out there in the open as a pair of coccyx. And well, this is the official transformation, having this down as the loincloth. What you can do is, well, something you can do is this. Have it so it's chest armor, or like if I just get Ronimus out the way and try and get Prowl back in his robot formation, and I'll make conversation as we do so. So, fun fact, Energon Prowl is not the first Prowl in the Energon trilogy. Just like Inferno, whose name was previously used in Armada as a minicon. Well, in Armada, Prowl was a little minicon, part of the emergency rescue team with Makeshift and Firebots. That was the name, Firebots. But anyways, that's pretty much Prowl back as a robot. And that's pretty much it for this review. So, do I recommend Prowl? I mean, yeah, this guy's rather fun, he's cool. Not to mention, it's unique. We haven't had any other Prowl like this, aside from maybe Machine Wars Prowl, who was also an F1 car. But yeah, go ahead and get this guy if you want to. This has been my review on Energon Prowl, and this is Charlie Young, signing off.